Which ones? Yeah. Okay. Right here? Okay. Thank you. Good job. Right there? Thank you. Hey Collective, welcome to another episode of Intuitive Kitty Korner, where Kitty picks the cards for you and I read the energy of what it is that she selected. So before we jump into your spread for today, I want to thank you all so much for joining us and just continuing to show up week after week, even when just things happen in life and we can't make it here. But anyways, we show up when we can. So thank you all so much. I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. All right, so we're going to start with the starter cards, which are just the informational ones that are just giving us a little hint as to where this reading is going. And again, I haven't really looked at any of these yet. We're going to look at them together right now. So these are the first cards that we have pulled. The first one came out is Moss Agate, which is positivity and change. And it's interesting because I've had a lot of interactions regarding that crystal in the last couple of weeks with individuals. It's just been coming up a lot, okay? So I happen to have one right here. This is a little heart of a moss agate. All right, so that might be significant to some of you. The next one we have is harvest, determination and hard work. Then we have mint, abundance, persistence, and proliferation. Now there's also a rune here, and there's also a fish keychain, it looks like, up in the corner there. Now I know I have mint growing in my garden, we'll say. My garden is indoor, but mint definitely grows very abundantly. And it could even be considered like a pest plant because it goes wild and crazy fast. Okay, but that's like a good problem to have because mint is delicious in many things. All right, then we have time. So we have presence and self-awareness. So another herb. And then we have tend. So maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. So I did not anticipate on pulling this many cards to start our spread with, but that was what came out, so we're gonna roll with it. There's 5 here, which is significant to change in particular. And I'm gonna go through the guidebook a little bit on each of these because there's like a journal prompt question for each one. And then we will get into that and jump right into the tarot. All right, so for Moss Agate, again, this stands for positivity and change. And it says that you're holding back from change because you feel unprepared. Moss Agate can help. Moss Agate attracts positive energy, a boon when you are uncertain about shifts and transformations in life. Call on this stone to help set good foundations and prepare yourself for future change, or simply when you crave emotional balance. The reflection question is there an upcoming change that you have been avoiding, but that you need to make peace with? And I find that very interesting because in the tarot, one of the cards that came out is the Ten of Swords here. So it feels like we definitely have something that is ended, and we may not feel prepared yet to transition from one thing to the other. So take that as it resonates, because this could be old relationships that are no longer serving us anymore. This could be a job. Maybe we were let go from a job and it's going to be a daunting task to have to search for a new job. Whatever this is, know that you are better prepared than you think you are. And again, change does not always have to be a negative thing. I think our bodies just sort of place it in that category because change can feel difficult. However, change can also bring positivity into your life. So again, if you are looking for utilizing a crystal to help ease you through this change, moss agate is a great one to select for that purpose. It does also signify growth and abundance. I actually keep it near my plants because, again, offers a lot of growth. All right, let's get over to the next card, which is Harvest. This is determination and hard work. Sometimes you might think that it's all about sitting back and enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's important to appreciate your success, but don't lose your way. It's important that the Harvest card, it directs you to collect your bounty, to recognize your blessings, and to not stop working too early. You're almost there, but you still have things to see through. Work to recoup the energy that you previously invested. Okay. So this is giving me the energy of somebody who knows they won the lottery, and before they've actually gotten the money, goes out and spends it all. Maybe on credit or something like that. Then maybe something happens where they end up not getting it. It's kind of weird with that energy where you have this anticipation for something coming in and you're already planning for that situation, and you might even stop working. So again, people win the lottery are like, I quit, like that kind of thing. So you're just being called right now to keep working through whatever it is you're working through at this point in time. And your harvest is coming. However, you still need to prepare also for the next year's crop kind of thing. Now, your reflection question is, are you burning out because of too much hard work too quickly? And how can you give yourself support as you reap the bounty of your efforts? All right, let's jump over to Mint. So the Mint card is about abundance, persistence, and proliferation. Consider your current situation. Someone may be trying to uproot you or remove you from something that you're passionate about. Don't let them. Make your own decisions and don't let someone else steal your agency. Digging in and be strong. Stubbornness isn't necessarily a negative trait. Wow. Your reflection is, are there unfair limitations being imposed on you by someone or something? All right, well, going back to the Ten of Swords and something having just ended, maybe it was not anticipated that this would have ended, Again, specifically with a job, you were laid off rather than fired. Hey, you didn't do anything wrong per se. But when it came down to it, we just can't afford to keep you on the books anymore. Despite your track record, despite your efforts you put in, whatever it was. This may also be people that I'm getting jealousy. Maybe you're creating something at this point in time in your life, and there just are other people that are jealous by it. And they may try to talk you out of doing that, okay? Maybe you make an interesting type of art and they're like, ugh, this is terrible. I don't know. I'm just throwing some examples out there. So the thing here is that, remember we said that mint grows very abundantly, very abundantly. Even when it goes down underground, it will spring new sprouts from that same vine where you may have thought it was dead because it's underground, but nope, we're just gonna spring new sprouts from this same place. So it says in there to dig your heels in, because being stubborn is not always a bad thing. Keep that in mind with whatever it is that you're facing and dealing with at this time, because it's important to your growth and it's important for you to keep going and doing whatever it is you're doing. All right, let's read on the Time card. This is presence and self-awareness. It says, try not to judge your feelings. Just offer them love and understanding. And remember that feelings are not actions. It takes strength and effort to stay present in your life. Your reflection, have you been fully present in your daily life? If not, what steps can you take to change this? So this is looking at where you are in your current place, your current journey, right? Not being so worried about the past or the future, but right now, what is it that you can look at within your body, mind, and spirit right now that's going to help you root yourself? Because I'm being very drawn to the roots on this card here, okay? In order to be very abundant like the mint, it does require you to plant your roots deep and to be very strong in your convictions. All right, let's read on this last one, which is the Tend card, which is maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. The Tend card is a reminder that you too deserve maintenance. It's important to review the different parts of your life every once in a while with a keen eye, looking for areas that you can tend for positive results. Just as you guide your garden, your energy also deserves loving guidance and encouragement. You may need to weed toxicity out of your life. Be discerning about where you put your energy. Ask for guidance and listen to the messages that Spirit sends you. Your reflection, what areas of your life need support, and what areas are threatened by toxicity. Wow. It's very interesting there because like you can look at this card and just so many things are coming to me. Like it looks almost like there's smoke, and that's what's giving me the toxicity. And if you look at the card, there's these two plants on the outside that are like blackened almost, and what this is giving me is maybe the toxicity of your environment has not allowed you to grow in the way that you have needed to grow. But then in the middle there's this one plant that is sprouting and green and doing well. And this is the one that received the encouragement, the support, and the tending to. So pay attention right now specifically to your environment and pay attention to who's in it. Pay attention to how they react to things that are happening in your life. Like, for example, let's say you go to somebody and you're like, ooh, abundance. I've got this great thing going on in my life. Someone might try to smog you out, right? Or to make you believe, with this mint card, I'm going back to this, where they try to uproot you, try to kill your plant here, kill your idea. Nope, I know you're happy about it, but that's not going to work out for you. Like, people just get so jealous, and it's terrible. It's terrible. So pay attention to who is helping you grow and supporting you at this time and who is not. And Spirit's calling you to, I'm getting like the Judgment card with tarot, to place judgment in your life and to set firm boundaries with those individuals who are not supportive of you. All right, so let's get into the spread. We got the King of Swords. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So, interesting spread here. Let's discuss. I'm going to slide these over a little bit so we have more room. Okay. So, I'm getting here, first of all, there's two kings on the table, which is a mastering of energy. Could also be masculine energy, does not have to be. But it feels like you've mastered this ability to again, set those boundaries. Also have intelligence, intellect, okay? Like strong-minded is what this is giving me. Not as much in the heart space with the swords energy, okay? But also, I just saw something so funny with these two cards. I will get there in a minute. But the King of Wands is about leadership. It's about a passionate leader, right? So again, what are those things that drive you to be more abundant, to be more creative, and to put your energy out there in a passionate way, in a creative way? Because by doing that, and again, I'm getting that the balance is you finding that who needs to be cut out of your life and when to move forward with that passionate leader part of you, okay? The thing that I found, the thing that I found funny about these two cards is the Knight of Cups is typically about like an emotional, a love offer type of thing, all right? It's typically viewed as like a heartfelt connection offer, right? Hey, I would like to spend some time with you. I would like to offer you my love and whatever else they want to offer you. So there might be someone out there trying to extend that offer to you at this time. But because you may have just experienced an ending, you might be a little defensive. So I'm getting with this energy here that I'm not going to say don't thwart this energy, okay? Because you have to be discerning with your cutoff game. You have to know when it is appropriate to stand up for yourself and your energy and be like, nope, that's not for me. And when to be like, okay, I'm gonna take a chance, I'm gonna see where this goes. But you're being very discerning throughout that process, okay? Now with the Two of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, it feels like you're teetering on this decision to potentially join a group of some sort, like maybe I'm getting like creative endeavor. So maybe there's a group that you want to join that is kind of, it's tapping into your creative self, like it's helping you to grow that aspect of yourself, to strengthen that part of you, to collaborate potentially as a group with other individuals who have similar skill sets and passions. And I'm also getting here that things are about to change from what you've been experiencing previously. So whatever past experiences that you have had, again, maybe they just all have not ended very well for you. Whatever it was, whether this was relationships or jobs or friendships or anything, you know, things are about to change here. And again, as long as we are tending our garden and cutting off the toxicity in our life, whether that is addictions, whether that is people, and just allowing that negativity to ruin our plans, right? That may even include, you know, secrecy for a little while. Then you needing to not tell everybody what exactly your plans are coming up and what's going to happen in the next foreseeable future, right? You're moving, don't tell anybody. You're getting a new job, don't tell anybody. You're making more money, don't tell anybody. There's a lot going on here where it feels like too many external influences are trying to ruin your plans. And Spirit wants you to be balanced and happy and beyond this wave of what's coming in of abundance. So you have all of the power in this situation. You definitely need to know that, okay? You definitely don't have to accept any offer that's given to you. Especially if it's coming from somebody who's not in their heart space. Maybe this is coming from another person who's just had a terrible ending and they haven't healed from it yet. And that's why you're defensive. I don't blame you one bit for being that way. All right? The Two of Wands signals that you do have the choice to make. So either be defensive of your energy or potentially give in to a repeated cycle over here. All right? But I'm getting that where you are now in your life is you're looking for this balanced reciprocity. You're looking for people and energy that gives back as well as takes from you in equal balanced reciprocity. Okay. So we're going to keep going and see what else wants to come out here. Okay. So, I'm curious, and I do definitely want to know more about a lot of factors here. First, I want to find out about the toxic people in your life. I want to know more about them and their situation and why they're here. Why are they in this reading? So, tell me more about the toxic energy, the toxic people, what's going on with those individuals. Okay, thank you. They may be very materialistic. I'm getting that a lot. They love things more than people, and so maybe they didn't treat you very well. Maybe you felt that you were treated as a possession rather than as a person. Okay. We have sweetheart, pure unconditional love. This is giving me the energy of somebody who may have, like, the word fronted wanted to come through here. Like, I'm gonna promise you this, but instead give you something else. Like the bait and switch is coming through. We do have family at the bottom. So again, maybe they knew you wanted a family, and so they acted like they wanted a family as well and got you hooked in that way somehow, some way. And it could even be your family that's the toxic situation out there. We do have that they're suffering. They're having nightmares right now. Could be a potential third-party situation. Take that if it resonates. I'm getting that you found out something about this person or these people that they didn't expect you to. Like, you caught them in a web of lies. I've been seeing a lot of videos, especially like on TikTok, for instance, where a husband or a wife finds out their spouse has a Tinder account, and then they create a date with that person and then stand them up, or they confront them like, hey, I'm your spouse, why are you on Tinder? That's what this feels like. Or like the third party and the original spouse found out about each other and then they confronted the person. Like, there's something here. Excuse me. We have fate here, and it came out in the reverse. There's something here that wants to be looked at and seen for what it truly is, not for what has been portrayed, because I'm getting that heavily here with this sweetheart card. I'm getting that somebody put on a front, or still does, not in the past, but maybe still does, put on a front of who they think you want them to be. But deep down, there is something else. Okay? We did get the Fate card in reverse. So somebody might be getting tarot readings on you. We also have Perseverance here. Family card came out again. I'm like seeing this as you easily escaping this plot, whatever this was. You're like, yep, I'm out. I gotta go somewhere else. We have death at the bottom. Not gonna ignore that. But we're asking about those toxic individuals. Somebody who's stubborn. That does not surprise me one bit. You may have pointed out to this group, this individual, what you found. Like, here are my findings. Again, confrontation. I'm getting that. And this person was like, ugh. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see that thing there. I'm blind. What? I'm deaf. Nope. No idea what you're talking about. And here's what happened in that situation, right? You found your own self-love. Throughout all of this and all the stuff that you've endured, you love yourself too much to go back to this. And that's why you had to put these strong boundaries in place. And be defensive of your time, your energy. I don't blame you, and I said that already. I do not blame you. Good for you, honestly, good for you. And because you chose yourself, you are about to see your life flourish in so many ways. You're about to be met with collaboration and reciprocity. There are people who match you and are willing to put in the time and energy with you to do the things that you also enjoy. It's going to be balanced. It's not just like the toxic energy of, I just want to come and take from you and never give back, or promise you something and then go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like that's just terrible. That's like a form of manipulation. These people are now going through withdrawal because you have withdrawn your energy. Good for you. We have justice at the bottom. I love that for you. Because that's telling me that things are going to work out in your favor. Again, we got the Wheel of Fortune here. You're going to start seeing a lot of drastic change. And it's all good stuff. Spirit says you're ready. And if you remember in the very first card that we read there, it said you may be afraid to make a change because you don't feel ready. But Spirit is reassuring you that you are definitely ready. All right, let's get some closing messages to wrap this reading up. Okay, a couple fell out here. First one is be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. Then we've got stop pushing against what is, align with it, and move on. Okay, let me get the one that fell on the floor. We've got take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live. Own it. I'm getting that that's something that you started doing, and that's why these people are not happy, because you started to call your power back and you started to, again, love yourself. Okay, what else do we have? Check in with your body and release any tension that you are carrying. Okay, that's again self-love right there. That's about self-love. What else? We'll get one more to close this reading out. Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. Yes, I'm getting that you figured that out as well. That was half of your lesson to learn. Here we have at the bottom, stop giving away your power right now. Definitely, 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 definitely. It's like you learned how to put that love that you've been pouring into everybody else back into yourself. And this is why things are changing now in your favor. And you may see some of these other people that have been very toxic to you fall away to experience their karma, we'll just say, while you start to thrive. And again, you could either allow them to watch you thrive and reach the top, or keep your secrets to yourself so they can't ruin any plans that you are in the process of working on. I would do that anyways. Don't reveal anything until it's ready. Okay? So that is your message for today. Kitty and I want to thank you all so much for joining us. We truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. We wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.